Well, it is late winter, early spring, and it's not too early to think about pruning your blueberries. I'm with Rich from Smith Berry Barn, and they have a whole field of them. So really, we're coming to you to get some tips on how to do our blueberry plants at home. So what should we be looking for?
Well, now we're into February, so these have technically been pruned, but you can still go through, stuff's budding out now, so we can still go through and prune a little bit. What you really want is an open vase-shaped form. Anything broken, any visible disease, anything crossed you want to cut out. You want good airflow in the middle there, and then really what you want is like 7 to 9, 10 good-sized canes for your majority of your fruit. So we go through and we cut some of those big ones out each year. Usually like a third of growth gets cut out.
Wow. But now you were showing me that you can tell now because they're starting to bud out, which is a flower bud and which is a leaf bud, which is really important. So show us that.
So like if you go into this one, anything the round, they're kind of, those are going to be the fruiting buds on the out tip, and then anything pointed and small are going to be the leaf buds.
And then
they're smaller.
Yeah, and why is that important if we're pruning? Because of, you know, that we're going to take off some flowers possibly. So is that bad? Is that good?
Ideally, you should do it in January before it has set those buds. But so, I mean, you're going to reduce those now if you prune them now. You're just going to increase the size of the fruit that's remaining.
But that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
And so if you can kind of show us what you'd be taking out here, just so we can have a visual.
So anything like way out in the road like this, you can probably take it all the way down in the bottom. Like if these had heavy fruit load, they're going to come way down anyway. So you really want, so your bright green ones are going to be your fruit from next year. Like this was a cane that came from the ground last year. And we went through and cut out these hard woody ones. We cut out probably 3 or 5 of those just to increase. I could actually probably take that whole one out of there too.
So really you're looking for the future too. You're looking about this year, but then you're also looking to promote canes for next year.
Correct. Almost more than I could chew there.
That's a big thick one.
That's a big one.
So there, I see what you mean. And so that's really reducing the thickness of this plant.
Right, but the majority of your fruit are still going to be on these bright green ones.
Okay.
Next year, when if they were just a big whip, we'd probably go through and cut some of those down to branch out.
Okay.
But you're still going to keep that open. So, but all you see, there's way more fruit here than on this, but this next year will have way more.
Okay. So this is really going to be a productive
Correct. So
bush.
Next year, I'd probably take this one out.
Okay.
And this one out.
That's good to know. That really is good to know. And then I see that you have a really great mulch here with sawdust. So what can you tell us about that?
So the sawdust is like a weed suppressant, and it keeps the roots cool. It keeps moisture there, and there's just no weed, or if the weeds do grow, they come out really easily.
And really, you recommend sawdust versus a compost?
I do. The sawdust really doesn't grow weeds, and then the compost, it's nutrient rich, yes, but I think it'll have weeds, and it's just a little bit easier to manage the sawdust. And you can put it on thick. I mean, every year it goes on like a foot thick.
Yeah, that is great. And then where can we get it? Because I don't know if you can get this in a bag.
A lot of your soil places like Grimm's Fuel in Sherwood does carry it.
That is
great.
great.
You can go buy a bucket or truckload.
Well, how many blueberries do you have?
Yeah.
So really, now you have an event coming up.
It's a free pruning seminar. It's kind of we meet and greet, you get coffee, we kind of take a walk, and it's a hands-on pruning. So if you missed pruning your yard and you want to kind of get a hands-on, you can come out and walk around with me and we'll talk about it and show you how to do it.
You know, I really like that because you could look in a book, you could look at a video, but to come and look at a shrub is much better. I mean, you get it in your brain better, what to take out, what to leave.
You can take a look at what you have at home and come see it in real life and actually see somebody cut it. And it's easier that way. You learn easier.
Well, thanks for all the tips. Really, a lot of good information. But if you want to come to the hands-on, please go to the Smith Berry Barn website and get all the information and come out and play it with Rich.
There we go.
Thanks so much.
Sure.